Sesame Workshop is a non-profit organization making a meaningful difference in the lives of children around the world.
The Sesame Street Beginnings Talk, Read, Write project is made possible by generous financial support from the Prudential Foundation.
What are you drawing, Elmo?
Oh, well, it's a seal swimming in the sea with an ice cream cone.
I can see that! Yeah!
Oh, good! Oh, hi! Hi there!
Hi! Welcome to Sesame Street!
Welcome,
Tilly, Elmo!
Oh,
Rosita!
hi, Rosita!
Oh, hi! Can you help me?
Well, sure, what's up?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know this word. Let me see. Oh, here.
Oh, spell it first, Rosita.
Oh, thank you, Telly. Here I go. L I T E. Is that E? Yeah. E R A C and Y.
There's a Y, yeah.
There,
Let's see.
Light racy. Literaci?
Yeah.
I think that's a piano player, Elmo.
The word, friends, is literacy.
Oh, yeah! Literacy! Wait, what is that?
Well, literacy is listening, speaking, reading, and writing.
One little word means all that?
That's right, and you know more about it than you realize.
We do?
Uh-huh. You're listening right now, you see, and you're learning about literacy every day.
Well, how do you know?
Because I am the king.
Wow! A real king?
That's right, little darling.
A king of what?
Yeah.
Reading and writing.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And now, the king will give you some help as you walk your blue suede shoes down the path to reading and writing.
Whoa, wait a minute. What blue suede shoes?
Just rock and roll with me on this one, friends.
You mean like this?
Hey, you got it, son.
Oh, good.
And sing with the king. Note the rhyme. That helps with reading and writing, too. And there's nothing I love more than reading and writing. It's 1 for listening, 2 for speaking, 3, are you ready? Let's read and write. You say you want to help your children learn to read and write. I'm going to give you some advice to help them see the light. Hearing sounds and words and letters is a real good start. And I'm counting on you grown-ups to do your part. Yeah, kids got to listen and kids got to speak. So take some time out of your busy week. And talking with your children is what they need. Yeah, listening and speaking helps them learn to read.
Aren't you going to keep helping us, King?
Well, I'm helping you right now, little brother.
Combing your hair makes you read and write better?
Well, I'm listening to what you're saying. You see, listening helps you learn words and sounds you'll recognize later when you're reading and writing. Come on, monsters! You can make up a story, play a guessing game. You can point to a letter and say its name. You can ask them lots of questions about the things they do. Come on and help them build the language skills. It's up to you. Kids got to listen and kids got to speak. So take some time out of your busy week. And talking with your children is what they need. Yeah, listening and speaking helps them learn to read. Are you listening, you little hound dog?
We're not hound dogs. We're monsters, Mr. King.
Well, speak up then, monsters, cause speaking helps you with your reading and writing. Well, if kids listen and if kids speak, they'll remember what they heard. Listening and speaking is the perfect way to learn a sound or word. And with every sound or word they learn, you plant a little seed. And before you know it, you see them start to read. Yeah, kids got to listen and kids got to speak. So take some time out of your busy week and talk with your children. It's what they need. Yeah, listening and speaking helps them learn to read. All right. How about letting the king show you little monsters one more thing that can help you in that big, wide world of reading and writing?
Oh, sure, Mr. King.
All right, let's go. It's now or never. Oh, and you grown-ups keep watching. We'll catch you later.
Whoa, hold on. Where are we going?
Viva la library!
Huh?
Yeah, the library, come on!
Children and monsters can keep watching, too. Wait for Elmo.
Listening is very important in especially early childhood. I mean, you begin to listen to babies even when they're not talking to you, to get the clues from them they are trying to convey to you.
What did you find now? You found a heart that's a magnet?
When they're talking, I like to just listen.
Oh, it has a magnet in it.
I wait for them to completely finish their response, and then I go. It teaches them that that's the exchange of a conversation.
Horace, what color are you?
Same thing in the classroom with each other. I like to get them to talk to each other.
Oh, another Horace. Nice to meet you.
Listening to children, when you do, they get enthusiastic about the fact that you're even paying attention to what they're saying. And that only motivates them to tell you more.
You gave me strawberry already, and what flavor is this one?
And then when they hear that you are paying attention to them, they never stop talking, which is wonderful. Listening to where children are developmentally helps a teacher who is going to plan around that have an exciting time with children.
The wafers on the bus go swish, 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 swish.
The more excited I look about reading that book or singing that song, the happier they are.
All through the town. Yay! Good job, guys. Hey, guys.
Some of the ways that we help make our school literacy rich is by having lots of print, environmental print that the children can recognize. We make sure that we label things in English and Spanish in the hopes that that will help children eventually get a recognition for letters and writing.
In order to engage children in reading, they need to be read to often. They need to see books. They need to have books that are at their age level. They need to have books that they are interested in.
You see milk? Did you say milk?
Yeah.
What else do you see?
Milk.
Milk?
Books that play with language. Things that will encourage children to read.
Guys, okay, ready? We're going to read a story now. This story is called Are You My Mother? Anaya, is that his mother? No. How could I be your mother, said the cow.
We like to have books readily available for them in the classroom, and we like them to mirror that at home with their parents.
We like to make reading a bedtime routine. What we do is Jordan goes and picks out the books that she wants to read, and then, we sit down with her and read and listen to her and hear what she has to say.
What book is it?
Do you want to read it to me?
Yeah.
Come on up. When we read the books to her, she hears the words, she hears the repetition, so she's getting more vocabulary. I also think that it helps her to build up her listening skills because she doesn't really follow the words yet, but she's listening to the new words and she's seeing how a sentence is put together, how the words are rhyming, and I think that it allows her to build up a greater love of the language.
The sun did not show.
No, read that page.
Oh, okay. What page are we going to start on?
Even if you miss a page, she'll know that you missed a page, and she'll make you turn back.
You should not be here when your mother is about. You should not be here when your mother is... That's right.
Because of Amanda's mild cerebral palsy, we can't go on long walks or extended walks. So to encourage her reading, we will focus on everyday signs, stop signs, one-way signs, What does the sign say?
Stop.
Stop. And what are the letters on the sign?
S-T-O-P.
Very good. We'll talk about the shapes of the letters, and then they become letters to her, the color of the signs. And what about that sign over there? What does that sign say? She enjoys that, and because those letters are available to her, it encourages her in reading from books.
You're right. That says too loose. I'm Jonas's grandma, and I take a great deal of joy in reading to him. I think if you read, for example, nursery rhymes, they have a wealth of words in them, words that normally a child wouldn't use. And it's the repetition that allows a child's vocabulary to become full. That says too silly. He'll be playing or watching TV, and he'll just suddenly say, I want to read.
Too beady, too bumpy, too leafy, too lumpy.
We read all the books more than once, many, many times. And sometimes we do the same book over and over and over again. Can you tell me the story again?
Old hat, new hat. Now.
If I know that he wants me to read a story, I'll read a story at any time of the day.
You start over.
I do try to listen to what he has to say so that I understand what he's thinking, what he's feeling, so I know how to react to his feelings. Can you say that?
How many toes can tow?
Can a tow truck tow?
Can tow truck tow?
All right. I ask him to write his name or to draw me a picture. You gonna draw a tow truck? And writing his name is probably the biggest challenge recently.
A child may be scribbling on paper. For them, that's how they are making sense of print and what letters look like. And even if it's just scribble, they're practicing. It's great. They're learning how to write and they're learning how to read at the same time.
I needed that sticker! Yay!
When we talk with parents, it's very helpful for them to understand where their child is.
We will ask parents to come in and we sit and we talk about what's been going on in the classroom. A lot of the children were, especially Taylor, was drawing pictures of what they saw on our walk. So we started making books. And Taylor was getting paper and counting the sheets, and then she folded it in half, and then she used a stapler and she stapled it together, and she started drawing in the book.
Right.
So she had all different colors in there. And
what she does at home is exactly what you were saying. She's been getting the papers from my computer and creating these books, and then she goes in on the inside and starts, writing, drawing, doing a lot of things on the inside. So that's good, because now I know, what she's learning in school, she's actually bringing home, and you expand upon it, and that makes it even better.
If a child comes to a teacher, tell me about your picture. That little teeny dot on the paper may have a really long story about it.
Which one? This is the bird here? Okay.
It's not just in the classroom that literacy happens. We try to help them at home when they go to the grocery store, to include children in that process.
To stimulate Nicholas's interest in reading and writing, we make a grocery list together. So we're going to need eggs. You want to try to write the word eggs for moms for our list, please?
Eggs.
Thank you. Okay, and then sugar. Can you write sugar for me? Help Mom write sugar.
S.
U. G. A. R. Great job. And vanilla extract? Thank you.
I got a lot of work to do.
We do have a lot of work to do. When we come back from grocery shopping, we bake cookies together. Where's the flour? Flour. And I think he enjoys that.
Can I do that?
Sure. It gets him involved and helps Nicholas to get him stimulated so that he understands that reading and writing is important. It's for part of every day. It's fun. Okay.
Well, what do we do with that now?
Well, we're going to put it in the oven and bake it and have some tasty cookies, okay?
The whole family participates. It's a group project.
That's just so good, Mom.